You're now watching Q News, and here are the top stories for this hour. A final draft for a Gaza ceasefire and detainee exchange deal has been sent to Israel and Hamas following a breakthrough in negotiations held in Doha. The talks included Israeli intelligence officials, former U.S. envoy Jason Greenblatt, and Qatar's Prime Minister. Israeli media reported cautious progress, noting minor issues remain regarding the first group of detainees to be released. Negotiators expressed optimism with efforts underway to finalize the agreement soon. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office announced that he discussed progress in Gaza detainee release negotiations with U.S. President Joe Biden. Netanyahu informed Biden about the directives given to the Israeli negotiating team in Doha, emphasizing their efforts to secure the release of detainees. Talks remain ongoing as both sides work towards a resolution. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar has confirmed progress in negotiations over a Gaza ceasefire deal, specifically regarding the release of Israeli detainees held by Hamas. He emphasized that Tel Aviv is working diligently to finalize the deal. Sa'ar made this statement during a press conference with the Danish Foreign Minister, who highlighted the critical role of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency in aiding refugees. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich has voiced strong opposition to the reported agreement being negotiated in Qatar to end the war in Gaza and facilitate the return of detainees. In a statement, Smotrich called the proposed deal a disaster for Israel's national security and described it as a surrender deal. His comments highlight internal divisions within Israel over the terms of the negotiations. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has warned against Israeli plans to displace Palestinians from Gaza to the West Bank, paving the way for annexation. It accused Israel of deepening exploitation in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, while urging international action. The ministry criticized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for prioritizing far-right demands over peace efforts, using violence to sustain his coalition at the expense of Palestinian rights and regional stability. The first round of Lebanon's parliamentary consultations to designate the new prime minister at the palace concluded, with Nawaf Salam securing 32 votes, while former Prime Minister Najib Mikati received 9 votes. The consultation session concluded with significant divisions among Lebanese lawmakers over their choice for the new government's leader. Lebanese media reported that one lawmaker abstained from naming a candidate and that the consultation will resume. The United Nations Security Council is holding a closed session on Lebanon to review the progress of a U.S. and French brokered ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. The agreement that was effective on November 27th ended 13 months of conflict. With the Israeli military withdrawing south of the Blue Line and Lebanese forces deploying south of the Litani, members are expected to welcome the reduced violence and urge full implementation of the deal. Lebanese President Aoun has hosted a U.S. military delegation at the presidential palace. The American delegation reaffirmed the United States' unwavering support for the Lebanese army. Discussions also focus on the situation in South Lebanon, particularly the implementation of UN Resolution 1701. The delegation emphasized the ongoing collaboration between the Lebanese armed forces, the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, and the monitoring committee to maintain stability along the southern border. This concludes our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching, but stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.